Good morning, people. This is Iggy the Doctor, also known as Father Obnoxious, Master Only, Iggy the Bastard, and a few other names. I'm come here to report about the music scene. Let's start with Psytrance. Now, why I don't attend most of the parties in Goa? First of all, sound systems suck. Talking about Psytrance, there's apparently the holy grail of Psytrance somewhere in South Anjuna, right? I'm an Anjuna boy. I've attended all these parties for many years in the past. But right now there is this iconic Tuesday place, and religiously people go there. They call their music very spiritual. They take a lot of drugs, but the sound system is so loud and so unhealthy that it's so unbearable to just stand there, to really not even enjoy. I would say to feel comfortable to a certain degree and to be a part of the audience. I need to go and stand far off on the beach, about close to 50 to 60 meters, even up to 100 meters away, to make it bearable. Now, how does this practice become spiritual? The music, I'm not even talking about the music. The music is a very subjective topic. There can be likes and dislikes between a certain track. But sound is not subjective. It's very clear, good or bad. 9.9 out of 10 or 9.8 out of 10. The sound systems in Goa right now, they don't even reach 3 out of 10 or 4 out of 10. So, on what basis are you selling this ecstatic dance and this spiritual psytrance? What basis? I mean, why are you guys marketing and selling and fooling people? How does it become spiritual? There's so much of money and drugs and abuse to the ears, which is a very, very powerful medium, powerful sense, is being made a mockery. Now, I've been DJing for 30 years, almost, not exactly 30, and we've had a good reference point back in the 90s. There is that reference point is not there right now. It's completely gone. That's why I've made my own sound system. I travel with my own sound system. And there is another sound system called Devil Acoustics, which I actually really like. It's a very, very professional, finely tuned sound system made in India by an Indian guy. And that's it's not. I'm not supporting it because he's an Indian. It's just that it's a support. It turns out to be one of the best sound systems besides my own, and I want to support such activities. Now, going to the techno community, they've all these music people have divided themselves, and there's a reggae community as well, right? And there is a hip hop community. At least the hip hop community is not, and the techno community is not saying the music is spiritual, but the psytrance people, they're playing some really bad digital music and they're calling it spiritual. Now, techno guys have got another problem. They don't even know that what they're playing is not techno actually. It is just some electronic music. It's not got the essence and foundation or the substance of techno. So there's a big gap between what it really is supposed to be and what it is now. And there's a lot of conflicting information and a lot of people just selling things over here without any strong foundation in what they're doing. Everyone's a DJ overnight, right? So techno is not techno anymore. Well, we do find some people selling their music as organic techno and spiritual techno. I don't get it. Why use lies in marketing? and also in the end fooling and cheating a naive audience who is paying. You're disrespecting the ears and the energy of people. That's why when my friends come to Goa, they're like, "Iggy, where to go?" I don't really know what to say to them, where to go, because I've spoilt myself with really the best in sound system. I find myself not being able to move, not being able to dance, not being able to connect and talk to people, be in a good mood, because the sound is disturbing. I've seen people bleed from the ears, literally bleed, and this is not a figure of speech. They stand right in front of the speaker and the ears are bleeding and they don't even know because they're so intoxicated. And you call this spirituality, you call this meditation, you call this aesthetic dance. Now, I've been to aesthetic dance in Arambol. Such a beautiful concept, such a great door policy. I was so moved. But then I go inside. Music is not bad actually. Sound system is fucked up. The speaker is distorting. Now, how do I get into this ecstatic mode and go wild? I cannot do that without any intoxication, because sound for me is a healing subject. Music is healing. In fact, I feel it's a mockery. It's the opposite. I'm come to appreciate music. I'm come to gather with people. And I find myself in a very contrived, forcing myself to dance just to be a part of a few people. The same thing happens in church. People are speaking in tongues. And just to fit in, I also start doing blah 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 blah, hallelujah, blah 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 blah, but nothing is happening. I am just fooling myself, and I'm trying to tell the other person I'm a part of you. And this is happening in the music community. I'm not here to diss anybody. I'm just here observing and stating some facts and observations as a very sane person, who's not consumed by drugs, alcohol, and food and other processed stuff. I'm a health coach. Also, besides being a DJ, besides being a producer, running a record label, having my own club, I have even a club that moves on wheels, the first one in India. And people don't even know about it. It's called Vinyl Ambulance, by the way. I run a movement called Gundaground because underground is dead. Underground is actually dead. People say underground. I'm just putting this out there for people to think. A lot of people actually, a lot of people say, Iggy, you rant a lot, you're always complaining. But I'm actually the voice of a lot of DJs who don't have the balls or don't have the courage to say this in public. But me, I'm not afraid. Why should I be afraid? These guys are afraid of saying things in the public, but they come and tell me because they know that I can speak on their behalf. I'm their voice. Many DJs, I don't need to take names, and they will all agree. So I'm not just also speaking for myself only. I'm trying to communicate and provoke and sow a seed of so that you can think. DJ schools are opening, promising DJs, people to make them DJs in 2 weeks. No, it doesn't work like that. The industry is full of trash now. And people are just following blindly. It's become a religion now. It's become a nonsensical religion which is dividing music communities. There should not be any divide in the music. A night should be full of different kinds of music, open-minded. And that's where the actual raves began back in the 90s. It was open format. Now it's too rigid, and people are only wearing black. What's going on? Don't you think this is a sickness? It's an epidemic in the music industry. A big divide. Reggae is supposed to be about spirituality, about social causes, about love. But no, I got kicked out of a reggae group. What does Iggy got to do with reggae? Before even saying anything about it. So people are becoming insecure. Music is supposed to bring people together. It's only divided. I don't have a problem with 100 men at a party. I have a problem with when people say, hey, some ex-DJ was playing and there were only fucking sausages over there. Those sausages are human. Don't disrespect the people who are paying. Talk about the music, talk about all these DJs are putting their hands up in the air and feeling like God and feeling so important. Why do DJs feel so important? And they do nothing actually. Because I know, I'm a DJ, I'm a teacher. They're just pressing a button and then they put their hands up in the air and they do all this as if they're getting possessed or some worm is gone in their ass. I don't know. Why all this mockery? Why when you move and they pretend they're turning knobs? They're not turning, they're not doing anything actually. There's no mixing, there is no blending, there is no feathering. There is, I cannot hear the artifacts in the music. First of all, the sound doesn't support. So, I'm not inspired by any of these DJs in Goa or in India. I mean, literally in the whole of India, I can handpick like maybe 5 or 10 DJs. That's such a shame. And a lot of them, they don't book me because I talk, because I speak the truth, because I make them feel small. But I'm not here to make you feel small. I'm here to empower and saying, let's make it better. They're upset that I speak the truth, and because I'm good looking, that's another thing. They get intimidated. And they'll say nasty things. Oh, look, he's on drugs. He's fucked up. He doesn't know what he's talking about. A guy who's fucked up on drugs cannot look like this at the age of 46, my people. I'm the only Indian DJ who's traveled in maximum countries outside India, maximum bookings, including Japan. And they invite me again. Not just for one time. I consult people overseas for sound systems installs, and I have one of the finest sound systems in India. And not to show off, but to make people aware of it. That there is a bit better potential than what you're doing. And the music that you listen to needs to be portrayed in that way, the way it was produced, not in a half-assed way. So, what are we doing? Why are we in this? To make a mockery? Or to actually be in that? Music can be a very, very spiritual, it is actually a very spiritual feeling. And I've done that to people, almost like hypnotize them. And they don't want to feel like leaving. The messages I get from my events after, like, oh, it changed the way I perceive music. And a lot of people, once they've heard the way I set up a sound, whether it's Big Butt Audio or Play on Devil Acoustics or any other fine-ass sound system, I'm nobody, or the music that I'm trying to play doesn't mean anything. It might be the best music, but if the sound system is not good, it's not going to translate, and I'm not able to hold the people and grab them like that and make them as one. And that happened only in Japan with me. Or it happens at the events that I do here in Goa, at my place, or the events. But if I go anywhere else, it's just, sometimes it's so bad, it's, I cannot even rate that sound system. We cannot even talk about the music anymore. So, all you psytrance heads, get over yourselves and stop putting the DJ in the center up there and glorifying the DJ, and the DJ should stop feeling important. I've seen the way the people literally like the DJs, after their set. Oh God, oh my God, is that for very mediocre stuff? I can understand being moved by something that, and you want to appreciate the DJ. It's okay. I get appreciated also. A lot of people come and give me hugs and all, but after 8 hours set or 15 hours set, honestly, I don't feel like really engaging with anyone because it's very intense process playing for so many hours, giving so much of my energy, mixing, being focused, not putting my hands up in the air. But I've seen DJs who play for 1 hour, these high-tech DJs and these psytrance DJs and these techno DJs, just 1 hour set or 1.5 hour, and they feel so important, and all these people are saying, great set bro, great set bro, wow bro. And the white DJs that come to India, they get so much attention. I've seen it happen, and I was like, oh, that's so cringe. I'm not jealous at all. I just find it so cringy, man, and so like, what's going on? That means you don't know what is quality. You're glorifying nonsense, like literally nonsense you're glorifying. Why like this, my people? Why? At some point there was such good quality. It's all going down. The music is getting processed and processed further and further and further. It's becoming like the Domino's pizza. There's no real love in the music now. Everything is AI generated. You have all these old school DJs putting their views out, and then these random new age, new generation party promoters, big time. They're only thinking is money. Please understand, if you bring people together, money is a byproduct. Give them quality. None of the festivals in India, none, are as per my standard. None. If they were, I would have talked about it. But definitely there are amazing, amazing DJs, amazing producers, amazing bands out there who deserve to come there and perform and give people a good time. There are many, many bands out there. But the sound systems are not supporting. And I've said it again and again. I will keep talking about this till we at least reach 50%. Okay? Right now, everyone's coming to Goa with hopes. We'll have a good party. No. So, the only good thing is, one good thing has happened is Devil Acoustics as a brand now exists. So, I can tell people, listen, hey, yeah, go, listen. The other day I had a question, where's the next party happening, after I made a post on a group, and I didn't know how to answer. And I said, okay, the next party is where the good sound system is. That's what we have to follow sound systems now. And whenever I've done install my sound system at different places, I've had people comment and say, Iggy, and with people who I don't just even met, like at the party, because we started talking about the sound and we engage, and they're saying, actually, I don't like the music. I'm staying here because of the sound system. So sound system makes a really, really big difference in the life of people. Anyway, I'm done with my morning blah 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 reporting. Iggy the alien from outer space. Next time I'm going to wear a bra. I'm going to dress up like a chakka, hijra, and do a YouTube video. Maybe it'll get more attention. You have to do lots of things for attention, right? Pretend as if you're mixing, pretend and do something, be who you're not. Make a mockery of yourself, sell yourself like a bitch. Psytrance people, techno people, hip hop people. Your hip hop sounds like that. I wanna fuck your mom, I wanna fuck your pussy, Mambo jumbo. Hmm? That's hip hop, huh? Really? Techno. Melodic techno. Hmm. Then Psytrance has how many other subgenres? Dark, forest, old school, twilight. Oh, I only play twilight. I only play from so and so time to so and so time, and my music is so special. And when the star aligns, and that moon aligns, and they are on this time, and you hear my music, something will happen, my friend. Dilulu, Dilulu, Dilulu Deluxe, you are in. Stop consuming so much LSD in such heavy doses and promoting that shit. Focus on working out, stretching, being hungry, eating less, consuming the nonsensical fucking music, and trying to be a fucking guru. And when I say things, Goa Gill means nothing, people get offended. Yeah, he means something. He's a human. He did something. He sat and played track after the other, but he doesn't know to mix to save his fucking life. He doesn't know. I never enjoyed Goa Gill's music. And I love all kinds of music. I'm not biased at all. I have no hatred towards him. I just think what he's doing is stupid shit. So simple. My mom can stand and play, man. Anyone. I'll pick up a guy from the road, I'll give him a bunch of tracks, and I'll just say, play one after the other. Does it make him a good DJ? It'll make him a good selector. Because I made the selection. There's a difference between a DJ and a selector. A DJ stitches in, blends in, feathers, tells a story, weaves in so many different styles of music. Not stands there like a fucking moron, like a puppet, and plays one track, 8 minutes, in the meanwhile smoke a chillum, smoke a joint. Okay, you can smoke a chillum, you can smoke a joint, you can drink some alcohol, you can eat, you can engage with your friends, and then turn back and the track is over. That is psytrance. And as I said, I'm not making a mockery of the music. There's some really, really good masterpieces out there in psytrance or any other music. And there are some really good DJs too. Very few. I've seen some people really mix and blend. Now, high tech. Let me give you an example of Synonymous, who's very popular actually. Now, I don't like high tech so much, but I could play maybe half an hour of it, do some stuff. Now, when I see Synonymous, I look at her as an individual who's making an effort to blend in, mix in. I may not appreciate the musicality of it, but I appreciate the hard work and her energy that she puts, and she's blending and mixing and trying to create something. She's not standing there and just like. It's very easy for me to do that actually. And I've seen other high-tech DJs also. I've seen other psytrance DJs, but she's one example who's actually making an effort, creating something, and that is magical for me. Now she's playing on a bad sound system or a good sound system, that's a different part. I'm talking about something here, I'm making a point that I do like all styles of music actually, the best of all. And I also play 40 styles of music, literally, styles and subgenres or whatever. Okay. Mom is eating her breakfast in the background, somewhere there. Okay, pretty much done. I'll come back with some more. Um, we can keep this comment section open for discussions, for healthy discussions, not random arguments, not something to do with ego and and you said something against this one and that one. No, no, no. Let's be very objective. Let's reason out and let's discuss and let's make things better, guys. Better for everybody. Love you all. This is Iggy the Doctor signing off. I'm kidding. I like to joke around as well. We need some sense of humor as well, right? In the music, in our talk, play of words. But let's not fool one another, okay? Let's not tell lies. Let's not do false advertising.